In the vast, shimmering world of celebrities, where bright lights paint dreams across global skies and every step feels like a mix of destiny, courage, and pure magic, we start our long wandering journey through stories that uplift, energize, and wrap around the heart like a warm, familiar melody, because when you look closely at the people who stand on stages, walk red carpets, greet fans with glowing smiles, or rise from challenges that nearly pulled them under, you begin to see that fame is not only about sparkle, but about soul. And so we begin with the way certain stars blossom from humble beginnings into global icons, and we glide into the story of Taylor Swift, whose path unfolds like a tapestry woven by courage and reinvention as she moved from country hopeful to global phenomenon, always meeting her fans with open arms and heartfelt lyrics that made millions feel seen and understood. And in the middle of her massive universe, we feel the gentle tug of old friends like Blake Lively, who has danced alongside Taylor in moments of joy, laughter, and trust, and now whispers of a hopeful reconnection float through the headlines, suggesting that Blake misses her and that maybe this friendship, once paused by life pressures and shifting seasons, may bloom once again with the warmth of shared memories and renewed understanding. And this desire for reconnection mirrors something we see again and again across celebrity lives as each star navigates their own shifting circles of loyalty, love, and evolution, while still standing tall under the radiant glow of public attention. And as we drift from this tender moment, we open our eyes to the wider world of celebrity careers, where artists sculpt their legacy through dedication. Like Beyoncé, whose relentless excellence inspires millions as she elevates creativity, fashion, and empowerment. Or like Dwayne Johnson, whose rise from challenging beginnings to wrestling stardom to Hollywood success shows how resilience can become a guiding flame for anyone who wonders if their dreams are too far away. And then we follow the bright thread of fashion, where celebrities express identity and imagination, whether it is Zendaya gliding across runways with breathtaking elegance crafted through collaborations that honor art and diversity, or Rihanna, who turned her vision into a global fashion movement celebrating inclusivity and daring innovation. And as we marvel at their style, we take a gentle turn toward the heartfelt world of charity work, where stars like Angelina Jolie travel to distant corners, lifting voices that often go unheard, using global influence not for applause but for genuine change, and where people like Keanu Reeves move quietly behind the scenes, supporting hospitals, foundations, and individual lives through kindness that needs no spotlight. And as our journey continues, we glide into the realm of safe controversies, the kind that spark conversations without spreading harm, moments where celebrities face misunderstandings or creative disagreements, yet handle them with maturity, transparency, and grace, like when Selena Gomez speaks calmly about online negativity, reminding fans to lead with kindness, or when Harry Styles turns headlines about fashion choices into celebrations of confidence, individuality, and freedom. And every time fans watch these stars rise above the noise, they learn that challenges can be stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. And from this place of reflection, we dance into the vibrant world of fan interactions, where celebrities create unforgettable bonds with those who cheer for them from around the globe, like when Chris Evans surprises fans with video messages that feel like sincere hugs, or when pop stars meet thousands of supporters with heartfelt gratitude, lifting spirits through music, choreography, and warmth. And these connections form emotional currents that carry people through loneliness, stress, or self-doubt, reminding them that joy can be shared even between strangers through art and light. And this thought leads us back to the heart of inspirational journeys, where actors, musicians, athletes, and creators transform early struggles into triumphs, like Jennifer Lopez, who rose from a modest neighborhood and carved out a multi-decade empire through talent, discipline, and fire. Or like Robert Downey Jr., whose comeback from adversity remains one of the most powerful reminders that redemption is possible when hope is stubborn and support is strong. And as we continue drifting through these stories like Travelers on a Glowing River, we touch on achievements that shaped eras, whether it is athletes like Serena Williams dominating with strength and grace, or actors like Morgan Freeman, whose voice echoes wisdom across generations, or global performers like Shakira, who carry culture, rhythm, and generosity into every performance and charity effort. And as we reflect on their influence, we gently transition to stars across continents, because the world of celebrity is not confined to one country but spreads like sunlight across borders, shining on icons from Bollywood, Nollywood, dramas, and beyond, like Priyanka Chopra, whose career leapt boldly from India to Hollywood blending ambition with advocacy, or like BTS, who brought Korean artistry and unity to stadiums worldwide, reminding fans that music can cross boundaries and heal hearts. And as we explore these global stories, the path loops back to the emotional pulse at the center of celebrity life, where fame collides with humanity in ways that are often unseen, where bonds form, break, heal, and sometimes return, just like the whispers surrounding Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, suggesting that maybe after seasons of silence, long gaps, and separate paths, one friend may look back with longing and say she misses her, and hope the world might bring them together again, not for the cameras, not for headlines, but for shared history, warmth, and laughter that once felt like home. And this thread of hope mirrors the universal way celebrities and everyday people alike carry relationships through time, learning that distance can soften edges and allow compassion to return. And so we drift further into the mesmerizing world of celebrity achievement, where determination, artistry, and humanity intersect, weaving stories that lift the spirit and show that hard work, patience, and heart can transform lives, like the journey of Leonardo DiCaprio, whose evolution from teenage heartthrob to Oscar-winning actor exemplifies dedication to craft and passionate advocacy for the environment, or like Malala Yousafzai, whose celebrity may stem from activism rather than film or music, but whose courage and eloquence inspire millions around the globe, proving that influence is not always measured in box office numbers or social media followers, but in the hearts and minds one touches. And as our gaze shifts toward the world of fashion and style, we encounter the icons who redefine trends, not simply to dazzle, but to empower, expressing identity, courage, and cultural pride. Whether it is Zendaya gliding across red carpets and runways with effortless elegance, showing the beauty of authenticity, or Billy Porter breaking norms, boldly showing that self-expression knows no bounds, and in every outfit, in every collaboration, the message of self-love and fearlessness radiates. And then our eyes wander to the many charitable endeavors where the soul of celebrity shines brightest, like Emma Watson advocating for gender equality and speaking to global audiences with poise and conviction, or like Hugh Jackman quietly donating to children's hospitals, showing that heroism off-screen is just as vital as heroism on stage. And when we turn towards safe controversies, the moments where public scrutiny tests patience, resilience, and integrity, we see stars navigating with poise, grace, and honesty, transforming potential drama into teachable moments where fans witness humility, accountability, and the humanity beneath the glamour, like when Taylor Swift gently addresses misunderstandings in interviews, or when Keanu Reeves deflects attention gracefully to highlight causes rather than himself, and the lessons ripple across fandoms, teaching that mistakes do not define the whole story, and that reflection, growth, and dialogue can inspire change. And then we glide to fan interactions, where the electricity of connection leaps across continents and screens, whether it is BTS dancing with joy at fan events, or Ariana Grande surprising hospital patients with private concerts, or Chris Hemsworth taking time to send handwritten notes to supporters. And each gesture, no matter how small, echoes deeply, reminding the world that even insane people can remain grounded, empathetic, and approachable. And as we turn toward the journeys of inspiration, the stories grow richer, more layered, like the ascent of Oprah Winfrey, rising from poverty and hardship to media titan and philanthropist, shaping culture and uplifting millions, or Dwayne Johnson, who transformed adversity into resilience, grit, and global admiration. And in these narratives of persistence, we see patterns emerging, the comebacks, the reinventions, the moments when stars choose courage over comfort, the way Blake Lively may now be daring to reach out to a friend whose life intersects with hers in profound ways, suggesting that fame and fortune do not immunize one from vulnerability, and that even the largest stages cannot replace intimacy and connection. And as the camera of our imagination pans across global landscapes, we meet Priyanka Chopra Jonas, whose work bridges continents and cultures, reminding us that influence can inspire diplomacy and dialogue, or BTS, whose music ignites solidarity and joy from Seoul to New York to London. And in every note, every performance, we are reminded that celebrity at its best amplifies joy, hope, and human potential. And then the focus gently turns toward achievements, milestones, and historic moments where celebrities leave indelible marks, whether it is Meryl Streep breaking records with artistry and consistency, or Lionel Messi redefining athletic Excellence on football pitches across continents, or Beyoncé creating albums that are not merely music but cultural landmarks woven with empowerment and artistry. And as we marvel at these contributions, we see how triumphs ripple into inspiration, guiding the next generation to believe that with vision, discipline, and heart, anything is possible. And our story arcs gracefully toward the complex yet fascinating web of relationships within celebrity culture, the bonds of friendship, love, mentorship, and admiration that form behind cameras and red carpets that sometimes weather storms of misunderstanding or distance and yet occasionally return to bloom with renewed strength, as whispered by Blake Lively's desire to reconnect with Taylor Swift, reminding us all that even amidst the dizzying pace of fame, human connections endure. And in the quiet moments between public appearances, between flashing cameras and sold-out concerts, there exists a tenderness, a longing, and a courage to seek reconciliation that mirrors the struggles and triumphs of everyday life. And as our narrative flows, we encounter the subtle artistry of celebrity reinvention, the seamless way stars like Madonna constantly transform herself from decade to decade, inspiring fans to embrace change and authenticity. Or Harry Styles, whose fearless approach to fashion, gender fluidity, and music invites audiences to celebrate individuality and creativity. And in each reinvention lies a story of persistence, experimentation, and faith in oneself. And these patterns weave into the global mosaic where stars from Nollywood to Bollywood to pop show that artistry, talent, and compassion know no borders, like Deepika Padukone, whose performances and advocacy for mental health transcend cinematic storytelling, or like Blackpink, who channel creativity into music video spectacles, philanthropic endeavors, and powerful messages of female empowerment. And as we continue tracing these paths, the landscape of celebrity life reveals a rhythm of challenge and triumph, joy and introspection, where every achievement is both a celebration and a responsibility, a chance to touch hearts and minds worldwide. And amid this sprawling canvas, we are drawn once again to the intimate sphere of personal relationships, friendships, and reunions, echoing through the whispers surrounding Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, whose story embodies the delicate interplay of fame, personal choice, and heartfelt connection, showing that even the brightest stars long for companionship, continuity, and understanding. And perhaps in the near future, they may find a renewed closeness, a rekindling of laughter, and shared memory that illuminates the universal truth that celebrity is not simply spectacle, but also deeply human, heart and soul. And as our journey carries onward through the dazzling constellations of global fame, we see patterns of generosity, mentorship, courage, resilience, and creativity spanning continents and generations, showing us that the story of celebrity is ultimately a story of humanity, magnified, celebrated, and reflected back to the world, inspiring each of us to pursue excellence, cultivate compassion, and cherish connection. And in these rhythms of life and starlight, we witness the pulse of the human spirit mirrored in the lives of those who walk stages and screens, inspiring millions with their talents, values, and enduring grace. And so the narrative continues, flowing seamlessly from one shining personality to another, connecting the dots between humble beginnings, challenges, personal growth, and world-changing achievements, with the reminder that behind every headline, behind every award ceremony and sold-out performance exists a heartbeat of courage, hope, and humanity patiently waiting to be seen, appreciated, and celebrated. And as we reach the crescendo of this sweeping journey through celebrity life, we are reminded that each story, no matter how glittering or widely publicized, contains layers of dedication, passion, and vulnerability that bind stars to fans and to each other and to the broader human experience. Whether it is Taylor Swift navigating her artistic evolution and personal connections as she balances superstardom with authenticity and the delicate steps of friendship, like her potential reconnection with Blake Lively, or whether it is icons like Will Smith, whose career spans decades of transformative performances, philanthropy, and engagement with societal issues, or global artists like BTS and Blackpink, whose music and presence transcend language barriers, inspiring hope, joy, and unity in countless lives. And as we continue to trace these threads across continents and industries, we encounter moments of triumph and reinvention where celebrities rise above challenges, shaping culture, influencing fashion, setting trends, and supporting causes that matter, from Zendaya's advocacy for self-expression and confidence in young people to Rihanna's Fenty empire celebrating diversity and accessibility, and the evolution of music, cinema, sports, and fashion as tools for empowerment and community building, and each story intersects with countless others, forming a luminous web of inspiration where humble beginnings lead to awe-inspiring achievements, like the journey of Robert Downey Jr., whose personal resilience and professional comeback remind us all that second chances can change the trajectory of life. Or like Oprah Winfrey, who transformed personal adversity into a media empire and a platform for global change. And as the camera of our imagination pans across this constellation of talent and dedication, we witness the intimate, quieter moments that make celebrities human, the acts of kindness that go unreported, the handwritten notes to fans, the support for causes unseen, the mentorship extended to younger colleagues, and the moments of reflection that accompany even the most glamorous lives. And in this space, the whispers of friendship renewed become poignant symbols of hope, like Blake Lively reaching toward Taylor Swift, carrying the weight of shared memories, the longing for reconnection, and the gentle recognition that celebrity is as much about heart as it is about recognition or awards or box office numbers. And as our gaze flows onward, we see the ripple effect of celebrity influence, magnifying messages of courage, compassion, and self-belief across generations. Whether it is athletes like Serena Williams breaking records and inspiring determination in young women worldwide, or actors like Meryl Streep embodying complex roles that challenge social perceptions and encourage empathy, or musicians like Beyoncé, whose albums become cultural landmarks, lifting conversations about identity, empowerment, and artistry. And the beauty of these interconnected stories lies in their ability to entertain, inform, and inspire as they move effortlessly across countries, genres, and decades, showcasing the universality of ambition, creativity, and resilience. And while headlines may highlight scandals or fleeting controversies, it is the enduring qualities of dedication, integrity, and human connection that define the lasting legacy of these figures. And as we linger on the joyous reunions, the quiet victories, the charitable endeavors, the bold fashion statements, and the transformative performances, we recognize the profound truth that behind the lights, cameras, and applause exists a rich tapestry of humanity, courage, and friendship that illuminates what is possible when talent meets heart, vision meets effort, and dreams meet action. And perhaps nowhere is this more clearly reflected than in the tentative hope of a friendship rekindled between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, a gentle reminder that even amidst fame and fortune, it is the bonds we nurture, the kindness we offer, and the love we extend that ultimately endure, carrying the promise that no matter the distance, time, or challenges, true connection has the power to return renewed and stronger. And as our journey through the dazzling and heartfelt world of celebrities winds to its contemplative close, we carry with us the stories of triumph and struggle, laughter and tears, hope and renewal, from Hollywood to Bollywood to pop to sports arenas and stages worldwide. And through every tale of perseverance, generosity, and creative brilliance, we are reminded that celebrity is more than spectacle. It is a reflection of humanity magnified. It is inspiration transmitted across screens and stages. It is the echo of courage in the hearts of millions. And it is the gentle hum of connection that whispers in every story that while fame may glitter and applause may roar, the true legacy of those we celebrate lies in the lives they touch, the dreams they ignite, and the friendships they cherish. And so as the curtain falls and the spotlight dims, for now we carry forward the message that behind every icon, every superstar, every shining figure exists a human heart beating with hope, a spirit striving for excellence, and the enduring belief that friendship, love, and art can transform the world, reminding us all that the universe of celebrities is ultimately a universe of inspiration, resilience, and connection. And with this realization, we close our eyes on this panoramic journey, feeling the warmth, the joy, and the possibility that each of us in our own way can carry a spark of this light into our own lives, echoing the laughter, the courage, and the compassion of the stars we admire, and the gentle, hopeful whispers of friends reaching out across distance and time. And that somewhere in the world, perhaps Blake Lively and Taylor Swift will once again smile together, sharing a moment that reminds us all of the enduring power of friendship, connection, and the human heart. And as we continue to drift through the ever-expanding universe of celebrities, we witness new layers of creativity and impact unfolding, like the rise of Timothée Chalamet, whose remarkable talent and dedication to craft has made him a global symbol of artistic authenticity, while simultaneously inspiring young actors to embrace vulnerability and complexity in their performances. And then our gaze sweeps across the cinematic globe to figures like Lupita Nyong'o, whose grace, talent, and advocacy for representation illuminate the power of storytelling to challenge perceptions and foster empathy across cultures and continents. And as we move from cinema to music, we encounter the unstoppable energy of artists like Billie Eilish, who channels raw emotion into groundbreaking soundscapes, capturing the hearts of millions while using her platform to advocate for mental health and climate awareness, showing that influence can be both personal and global. And then we are drawn to the transformative journeys of actors like Mahershala Ali, who balance artistic excellence with humanitarian work, demonstrating that the world of celebrity can carry responsibility alongside fame. And as we continue this sweeping panorama of inspiration, the stage of fashion reveals dynamic icons like Alessandro Michele, who redefines Gucci with imaginative inclusivity, or Naomi Campbell, whose decades-long career continues to champion diversity on runways and in philanthropy. And then the narrative gracefully shifts toward those whose charitable work transcends borders, like Leonardo DiCaprio tirelessly campaigning for climate change, or Emma Watson amplifying gender equality and global education. And here we begin to see patterns emerge where influence meets compassion, where recognition meets purpose, and where stories of personal challenge evolve into narratives of resilience and leadership. And through this lens, the delicate arc of friendship and human connection shines brightly, like the whispers of Blake Lively seeking reconnection with Taylor Swift, reflecting the universal truth that even amid the brightest lights and highest achievements, relationships remain the core of the human experience. And as we travel further into fan interactions, the landscape becomes electric, with moments of joy, surprise, and inspiration, whether it is Ed Sheeran personally engaging with fans worldwide through social media, concerts, and meet and greets, or BTS and Blackpink connecting with millions through online events, charity campaigns, and global outreach. And each interaction, regardless of size, radiates authenticity, reminding us that celebrity can bridge distances and inspire hope and belonging. And then we explore comebacks and reinvention, where stars like Robert Pattinson evolve from teen heartthrob to critically acclaimed actor, or like Lady Gaga, who transforms pop culture norms while advocating for mental health and LGBTQ+ rights, illustrating that resilience, reinvention, and courage are integral threads woven through celebrity narratives. And as this story flows across continents, we witness Priyanka Chopra Jonas leveraging her international career to promote cross-cultural understanding, philanthropy, and female empowerment, while Shakira blends artistry, athleticism, and advocacy, showing that music and dance can transform lives and uplift communities. And then we drift into milestones, achievements, and global recognition, where Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka break records and redefine sports excellence, while Beyoncé and Taylor Swift continually reshape music and influence culture through innovation, storytelling, and unwavering connection with fans. And each achievement becomes a beacon of inspiration, guiding future generations to dream boldly, work tirelessly, and maintain integrity amidst opportunity and scrutiny. And as we weave back into the personal dimension, the gentle tension and hope of renewed friendships emerge, reminding us that even those who seem untouchable are human, experiencing longing, connection, and the desire to reconcile, a lesson mirrored in Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, whose story shows that behind fame and fortune lies the universal truth of friendship and human vulnerability. And as we journey onward, we encounter global celebrities whose influence extends far beyond entertainment, like Malala Yousafzai, whose advocacy for education resonates worldwide, or Jackie Chan, whose philanthropy and cultural ambassadorship create bridges across nations and cultures, showing that celebrity can be a force for global good. And then we return to the vibrant tapestry of artistic creativity, where stars like Zendaya redefine elegance and empowerment through fashion choices, performances, and philanthropy, while Keanu Reeves inspires through quiet generosity, humility, and dedication. And this interplay of public recognition and private integrity teaches audiences that true celebrity encompasses character, compassion, and impact. And then our narrative arcs toward fan experiences, where the magic of connection manifests in stories like Taylor Swift writing personal notes to fans, or K-pop idols sending heartfelt messages across time zones, or global stars surprising fans with spontaneous acts of kindness. And each gesture reinforces the enduring message that celebrity is ultimately relational, creating a feedback loop of joy, inspiration, and belonging that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. And as we continue following these threads, the panorama of success stories expands to include comebacks, reinventions, and cross-industry achievements like Chris Hemsworth evolving from action icon to advocate for ocean conservation, or Rihanna blending music, fashion, philanthropy, and entrepreneurship to create a lasting cultural imprint. And then, as we gently loop back to the emotional arcs of friendship, love, and mentorship, we see the persistent human heartbeat of connection exemplified by Blake Lively seeking a renewed bond with Taylor Swift, a reminder that even in a world of spotlight and spectacle, relationships endure and evolve. And as our journey carries us further through global entertainment landscapes, we witness the fusion of artistry, talent, philanthropy, resilience, and personal connection, where every celebrity story, whether in Hollywood, Bollywood, K-pop, Nollywood, or beyond, illustrates the universal narrative of striving, dreaming, connecting, and inspiring. And in these moments, we recognize that the true essence of celebrity is the amplification of human potential, courage, creativity, and compassion, a resonance that echoes in the hearts of millions and even touches ordinary lives, transforming hope into action, inspiration into achievement. And as our panoramic odyssey continues, we are ever aware that the universe of celebrities is not merely a constellation of fame, but a living mosaic of humanity, dreams, and enduring connections, illuminating the extraordinary spectrum of what is possible when talent meets heart. And as we allow this vast tapestry to unfold before our imagination, the intertwined stories of iconic achievements, breathtaking creativity, heartfelt philanthropy, and tender friendships remind us that even in a world of cameras flashing and global audiences applauding, the enduring power of love, understanding, empathy, and human connection remains the brightest light, guiding stars and fans alike. And so, as this chapter of our continuing journey through celebrity life flows seamlessly into the next, it carries with it the promise of inspiration, transformation, and the quiet, persistent hope that bonds like those between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift may once again find their way back to shared laughter, mutual support, and enduring friendship, illuminating the profound truth that beyond the glitz, glamour, and accolades, the heart of celebrity is human connection, hope, resilience, and the courage to reach across distance, time, and circumstance to reconnect. If you're intrigued by the world of celebrity and the stories behind the headlines, consider subscribing to the channel. We dive deep into the lives of your favorite stars, and your support helps us bring you more content just like this. Hit that like button if you're ready for the story.